truly, one of the best things about getting older is knowing when someone is an asshole before they even speak. Hi, this is Coach MK, and this is the Morning Mantra.
Hi, my name is MK Fleming. I'm a run coach based in Denver, Colorado. But this isn't a podcast about running exactly. Don't tell my clients, but we're never really talking about the running. When you know a craptastic event is coming, it helps to have a mantra to keep you centered and focused as you move through it. You don't have to be an athlete to be #coached and loved by Coach MK. And if you are here, then you are #winning at life.
Today's mantra is close the door. Close the door. It's my birthday. Yay! The real one, not the Facebook birthday, since I never give my real date of birth on any sign-up forms on any website, period. If you follow me on Facebook, you may have seen that once again I'm asking for donations to the Blue Bench in lieu of gifts because I wish this organization had been around when I was younger and traumatized. Life is a gift. Ugh. I hate that phrase. It rings hollow to a trauma survivor, particularly to those of us who are told that our trauma was preventable or our fault, or when no one is interested in how damaged you are because you possess a modicum of privilege. I don't have to remind you that that's not how privilege works, right? If you met me after 2007, then you don't know the truly damaged version of me. You saw someone fighting to get her shit together, actively using the tools available to her if you met me before then, before I left Asia. Sorry. I was a problem. I was a problem who could not be solved. Part of what started turning me around was becoming a parent. I love my kids intensely, and now that I've launched a new, somewhat promising career, I feel whole, complete. I look in the mirror and I see wrinkles in places I hadn't noticed before. I see more gray and more white hairs, and I can't feel anything but gratitude. Aging is a gift given to so few, and after 2 decades of struggle, my life truly does feel like a gift. I see my pain, that familiar breed of trauma-induced pain all around me, and I never want to ignore it the way I was ignored. And unfortunately, I say yes sometimes when I should say no. The line between me and Renee Bach might be thinner than I care to admit. Link in the show notes if you missed that story over the weekend, by the way. I'm not saying what she did was okay. I'm saying I totally see how she could say, yes, I can help, rather than be like, oops, no, actually better send that starving kid home by now. 2 weekends ago, I got a phone call I was not expecting, telling me someone close to me needed help. I made choices in that moment I now truly regret, because I chose not my family. There were repercussions and tears and explanations that someone needed me. This person doesn't have a mommy and a daddy who loves them like you do. I looked at the gifts I've been given. I apologized. Didn't mean it. And I set them aside. It was a grave error. It's an error I will not repeat. My kids, they haven't not really had a mommy for the last 2 years. She's been in bed. She's been in pain. She's been recovering from a baby. She's been recovering from surgery. She has not been there. Sleepovers and pizza nights were not enough. My kids need me to choose them. No one can replace me to them, and no one could replace them to me. I have a great big heart. I'm not afraid to share it, and I never will be. But I don't owe that heart to anybody. And not everyone who calls me does so because they have nowhere else to go. This past week has been really heavy as I sat with my husband and our helpers and reassessed the family schedule as well as my workload. I want to heal all of the trauma in the world, but if I'm not careful, then I could just as easily be creating it. In the spirit of the amazing Coach Sarah and her love of poetry, I want to share one that my husband read to me this week that hit me like a ton of bricks. It's called Men at 40 by Donald Justice. Men at 40 learn to close softly the doors to rooms they will not be coming back to. At rest on a stair landing, they feel it moving beneath them now like the deck of a ship, though the swell is gentle. And deep in mirrors, they rediscover the face of the boy as he practices trying his father's tie there in secret. And the face of that father, still warm with the mystery of lather. They are more fathers than sons themselves now. Something is filling them. Something that is like the twilight sound of the crickets, immense, filling the woods at the foot of the slope behind their mortgaged houses. I left all kinds of doors open in the earlier parts of my life, unsure which rooms I would want to come back to, which ones I would need access to later. I'm sure now. I'm right where I want to be. It's time to make more changes, to set new boundaries, to know when I'm enabling instead of helping, to shut some doors. As I look into the back half of my life, I see not one gift, but so many. 4 little gifts to be exact, and 1 big gift are in the front of this room, and I need to make sure they know how loved they are, that I will always love them most, and I'm going to have to prove for a while that I will choose them first. Saying no is hard. It goes against every grain in my body to say no when I think I could be effective, when I think I could help. But I'm going to have to start saying no to others and stop. I'm going to have to start saying it to others and stop saying it to my children. So, the mantra. In those moments when you feel the obligation to say yes, the inclination to say yes to anything or anyone that takes you away from those who need you most, stop. Ask yourself, is this really my problem to solve? Is this my shit? Is this my show? And hear my voice in the back of your head saying, close the door. Then take a deep breath, no matter how much it stings. Think of the gifts waiting in the front of the room for you. And let that door fall shut.
You are coached, you are loved, and you are winning at life. And you are definitely winning at life if you subscribe to my Nuzzlenut newsletter, follow me on Facebook, or follow me on Instagram. Feel free to do all 3.